The law offices of Spar Bernstein with two locations in New York, 2901 White Plains Road in the Bronx and 225 Broadway in Manhattan. Call now to make appointments at
1-800-LAW.
Thank you for sharing with us. Let's move to another call, and we're looking towards the top of the hour at midday here in Jamaica. Let's go to another caller. Good morning, caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. You're in the immigration link.
I'd like to find out what's the qualification for businessman visa?
You got to speak up.
He wants to know the qualification for a businessman visa. I'm not sure that's a term, but Brad, you can help us. Businessman visa.
Well, it depends what type of businessman what are you doing? Are you coming here, you want to open up a business, or are you just coming here to have a business meeting?
Just to come, like, buy some stuff and get back out, like machinery and whatever it may be.
I'm sorry, Dr. Hope, what do you want to say?
He says he just wants to come in and buy some stuff like machinery and so on, and then come back to Jamaica.
Well, he would have to go to the U.S. Embassy and get what's called the B-1 visa, which is a visitor for business purposes, and then you go in and show what you're going to the United States to do and why you intend to return back to Jamaica, just like you would do for any other visit. They have something else called an E-1 visa, which is a treaty trader visa. That if you're doing substantial trade with the United States, you're not just coming in to buy a machine and go home. I mean, you're doing a couple $100,000 in U.S. dollars. You can get what's called an E-1 visa and come as much or as little as you want to carry on your trade.
Okay, well.
So it depends on what you're doing. I mean, you're coming to buy a couple of articles of clothing and a lawnmower is one thing. You're coming to do substantial business. It's another.
It's like another partner of mine and would like to do some business. What I would have to come up with the machinery and whatever it may be.
But that's what he's saying, caller. That you have.
It depends on how much trade you're
yes.
doing. I mean, if you're doing a substantial amount of trade, then you apply for an E-1 visa, and you would need my help doing it. If you're coming up and you're going to spend a couple $1,000 or $10,000 or even $15,000, that's not, according to the U.S. government, substantial trade. I'm talking U.S. dollars, not Jamaican dollars. Then you would apply for the B-1 visa.
Well, I think the E-1 visa would be the best one then.
The E-1. Okay, well then what you should do is if you're concerned on what you should be doing and how to do it, you can obviously call 212-227-3636 and you can schedule a phone consultation with me.
Right. As a matter of fact, let me just jump in and say this before we go to the top of the hour and get the news. I just want to say, right after Brad Bernstein gets off the show here, and you'd like to call to do a consultation with him, yes, you can do that. Just once again, be prepared to pay him, and of course, he'll handle your consultation. I know a lot of folks want to speak with an attorney. Just make the call, as he noted, to 212-227-3636, and he will handle your consultation over the phones. Or if you have someone here in the United States who you'd like to represent you, feel free to make that call to 212-227-3636. Dr. Hope.
Okay, thank you very much.
And there's a fee you have to pay for that.
Yes, the consultation fee is $120. If you choose to retain him later on, obviously it will be more.
All right, caller, thank you for sharing with us. Let's move to another call as we head towards news and sports at the top of the hour here in Jamaica. Caller, go ahead. You're in the immigration link. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you're in the link. Go ahead.
Yes, my wife has been filed for, and I did a depot. What will I require to when we are called to the embassy?
Who filed for your wife?
What's that?
Who filed for your wife?
Her parents.
Her parents. Well,
Right.
really, when you go to the embassy, everything will be done for you ahead of time. In other words, your parents would have already done the affidavits to support and everything. So all you need to do is bring in your original birth certificates, valid passports, police clearances, and the visa application and passport photos.
But my original birth certificate does not has my father's name on it.
Oh, that doesn't matter because we don't have to prove who your father is. We got to prove who your wife's parents are.
Okay.
Okay, and obviously your marriage certificate because you got to prove that you're married. And then he divorced,
Yes,
and divorce decrees if either of you were divorced before. But just all your original birth, marriage, divorce certificates, your valid passports, your police clearances, and photos.
Okay. We have been filed for since 2001. January.
You're getting close.
February 2001.
You're getting
How
close.
far are we?
They're up to February 15th, 2000.
Oh, okay, so we are very close then.
You probably went in 2001.
Yes.
When in 2001?
In February 2001.
Probably you have less than a year.
Hello, I didn't
Yes,
get that.
probably by this time next year you will be living in the United States.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right.
Okay,
Probably less
All
than
right.
a year.
Yes.
one quick call, Donna. My twins were also 18, 19 when they were filed for, but now they are 25. What will that mean?
Well,
mean to them?
it depends. I can't make that determination unless I see the original I-130 approval notice, because I got to determine how long it took for the visa application to get approved. They have something called the Child Status Protection Act. If you're concerned whether your children, right now your children would not be getting through unless the embassy already determined or the National Visa Center already determined that they're under the Child Status Protection Act. I cannot help you in making that determination because a lot of times the embassy and the National Visa Center are wrong in making those determinations unless I see the original I-130 approval notice and their birth certificates, and so I know their exact dates of birth, and then I can tell you whether or not. But I can't do it over the radio, unfortunately, because it depends on when the I-130 got filed, when it got approved, what your exact priority date was, and did they file anything to try to get their green cards within 1 year of visa availability. The visa availability isn't up yet, so it all depends on how long that I-130 took to get approved, and unless I have the document in front of me, I can't read minds. I don't know.
So we have to go where at the time for news and sports at midday, so he could call you, Brad, and liaise with you. And
right. Or you can have
we
the
have
parents,
to go now.
Or you can have the parents call me from the United States.
Yes, give him the number so
212
we have to go now, sir.
227
227
36
36
36.
36.